Mic test. Mic test. Oh, okay. Mic test. Oh, okay. Mic test. Oh, okay. Test again. Are we good now? Right, so we're here again for the Formula 1 League F2. Free practice 3 before tomorrow the race at Monaco for F2. So Rakes getting P1 today. Corey Marshall getting disqualified, it looks like. He did get the fastest lap time last practice, but we'll see how Rakes can compare to that. Avocado coming in P2, so both Salbers starting in P1, P2. And then we got Crispy Hang starting P3 in the Prima. Right, so we have 5 at the Monaco. Salbers getting a good, followed by James Pay and as Mr. Zarata moves up. There's a good main Crispy as he manages to Mr. Zarata and James Petty into turn 2. It does look with that mess. Great race start, falling very quickly there, and closely followed by Crispy, less than off, but not out of DRS range. As I think that was Storm losing. Looks like he might be coming in for a pit stop. Dave improving a lot. Is coming into the pits as well as James. Huge wing damage there. He's definitely with Mr. Zarata. With Crispy right now. Here of that Sauber. 5, I don't think. Oh, as he gets some move done. Now Crispy is going to be hunting. He makes something happen. Andrus, not far away. Dave. As Bass goes and sets the race. Andrus really close to Rakes. Does Rakes have wing damage? Low. Let's see. Rakes does not appear to have wing damage. I think he is just not too comfortable around this track as Andrus is catching him. So far, no time penalties have been awarded, which is always great, especially on strict corner cutting on this game. Andrus trying to keep up with Rakes now. Rakes almost out of he is out of DRS range of Crispy now. As Avocado goes and sets the fastest lap of the race, 123.261. Can Bass compete with that? Yes, he does. He goes and sets the next fastest lap of the race, 123.185. Andrus really close to the back of that Sauber now. He's looking to make a move down the inside of turn 4. Not able to make it happen. Going to be chasing him down into turn 5. And I've just seen an M plate there. As that does look like it is from Avocado. Avocado has lost his front right end plate of his wing there. That's going to be some major performance issues for the rest of the race unless he does take an early pit stop. Andrus really close to Rakes, but he does lose a back end going out of turn 8 there. Bass keeping up with Dave. Dave has improved a lot since free practice 2. As you saw, he was back of the grid. Storm is in the pits for the second time, I believe, already. As Rakes does get our first time penalty, a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings there, as Andrus is going to get DRS. Can he make something happen down the main straight? The only DRS zone on the Monaco GP circuit. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to make anything happen there. Bass catching up to Dave very quickly there. We're going to have 2 battles going on at the same time. Battle for P3 and a battle for P5. As Dave does get a 3-second time penalty there. Dave has caught up. He's lost a lot of time to Rakes. It looks for him as he... Wait. Yes, he has, sorry, he has. Wait. Dave is catching the wall there. Ah, yeah, that is a safety car. Does DNF out of the tunnel. Motorsport today as our only driver, their first team driver. Motorsport, but we could now always guarantee the Monaco Grand Prix. So this is a good. Who was changed and for running into turn 6 and hitting the. Lucky for him, very fortunate. Although still in the pits, it looks like now about is going to beat him out. I don't know why Andrus did need to get Ricardo was losing a lot of time to. Whoever did not pit, he's going to keep safety car, I think. So we'll see how that plays. Yeah. Currently in P. Bass, our championship boy, he's had a great positions gained. As Dave 7 positions compared to last race so far. Let's see if he can continue it for the. Mr. Zarata is gonna have to start. I think it will be going for. But I don't want to putting it into a. Alright, so we're gonna get up the champion once more now. Dom Twister leaving this. Branch currently P. So it looks really good position. And Avocado 7 points and Avocado one of the top 5 could be a really good race. And then we got Crisp Avocado currently in the Primos. Only for multiple warnings, as you can see down in the. Actually, not on 2 points currently, but Storm Twister, he is in a good position, but he's going to have to really step up if he wants to beat, it looks like, in the middle, P5, P6, YRD, Storm and Andrus, all on 14 points, 18 points away from the leader, so it'll be interesting to see where they are. Andrus he attended one practice yet, so he is either really confident at Monaco or maybe he just could not attend, but we will see, as the safety car will be going for another lap. So we'll take our ride to the constructors standings now. So Albert is going to be P1 currently. The driver is going to be Rakes and Avocado. Crispy making a really risky strategy there, pitting when the safety car's already gone for 2 laps. Everyone's already bunched up, he's going to lose a lot of positions there. Dams with the only driver who attended the race, and they are P2, so really good result for them. Then we got Prima, who is on 25 points, 27 points behind Sauber. Can they bring this back? Another one to keep your eye on is Corey Marshall. He has had a really good free practice too here. He did get disqualification in his qualifying one shot, but maybe with a short qualifying he might be able to pull off something a lot better than he just have. So we'll see how that ends up for him. Remember, under these safety cars you've got to keep a lot of distance to the car in front, just one tap and that'll be a 5-second penalty for each of you. I've only just realised Broski Dave, P2 currently, but keep in mind he has not pitted. Mr. Zarata not going to be able to catch up, same thing for James Petty. Unless Rates can slow down the grid enough. So far they are off 29 miles per hour. As Corey Marshall does get a 5-second time penalty. That's what I mean by you have to keep your distance there. And here we go for the safety car restart. We're going to be on board with Rates, who does get a flyer of a start there. Not as far as he would want to be away, but not a bad start whatsoever. And then we got Avocado gaining on Dave very quickly here. He looks to be looking down the outside. No, not going to be able to make it happen as we're going down to turn 5. He's going to the inside. Does slightly bang wheels with the wall there. Can he make this come off? Is Dave going to keep his nose? No, he's going to back out of that. Avocado moving into P2 there. Great overtake by him. Bass Branch has pitted. He is going to need a safety car to gain any more positions. As we got the Carlin, the Trident and the Campos Racing all going into this turn, and that's losing some wing for Andrus there. That's not a good result for him, as he's still going to be chasing down Broski Dave now into sector 3. Can he make something happen? He does have wing damage, keep in mind, as he does go and get a 3-second time penalty for jumping the curb there. This is good news for Marshall though. He knows Andrus might be going into the pits here. Yep, and there he goes. And he's just gone straight into the back of him there. He might not have expected that, but that's some wing damage for him now. He's still gaining on Dave though. Avocado is just using this time to gain as much time away from Dave as possible. As here comes Marshall. Can he get an overtake done? And he dives down the inside for turn 4. Great overtake by Marshall there. Moves him up here, place into P3, the podium positions. Keep in mind, he's already done his stop. Rakes still has to stop, as he does lose some wing there. This is not good. Both Saubers losing wing. As Crispy Hang also losing wing there. Dave might be a contender for P4. But Crispy Hang still going for it. Does slightly hit with the wall there. He backs off from Dave. Dave is... oh no, he's cut the chicane and jumped straight back on and hit Crispy. He should have just fully jumped the chicane there. But Crispy has moved up a position. Never mind. That's just lagged back. Right, so it doesn't look like either Sauber is going to be pitting here. Is Marshall? No, Marshall's going to stay on track. They realise it's only minor wing damage. DRS is going to be enabled now. Broski Dave coming into the pit as well as Crispy Hang. Can Andrus use this to his advantage? Yes, he can. He moves into P4. Good race by Andrus so far. As James Petty is going to jump them both as well. Is this good news for Bass? Can Bass beat Dave out of the pit lane? We're gonna find out very shortly. It's gonna be close. He's gonna beat Crispy out, but can he beat Dave? It doesn't look like Dave. Dave is gonna make it out before him, but comes off track a bit as he goes and sets the fastest lap of the race of 122.364. Great lap there by Bass. Corey Marshall still hunting down Rakes here. Both of them do have wing damage, but we've seen Marshall's pace from the last three practice. So we'll see what he can put in against him here. So we're going to stay on board with Marshall. See if we can get a view of an overtake. Can he get within DRS range? This Avocado does get a 3-second time penalty. That's huge for him. Rakes is going to be out of DRS range, which is really good for him. It's all about this exit here though. Rakes gets a kind of slidey exit, but I think it's going to be enough to keep ahead of Marshall for now. As Mr. Zarata does retire from the session. Wherever you crash at Monaco, it always ends up being a safety car. Let's see where he crashed. And here he is in the barrier there. Very unlucky by Mr. Zarata. This was his first practice in Monaco. Let's hope he doesn't repeat that Saturday. I think Rakes is trying to break his gearbox, but I don't think that's the most smart choice as Bass. Keep in mind, already pitted. Same with Marshall. Rakes still does need to pit, but this will put him ahead of Bass because Bass will have to follow the delta of the safety car. Just getting a 3-second time penalty there for corner cutting. Keep in mind, Rakes does have wing damage as well as Marshall. Is he going to take this time to pit? Because he will still be ahead of Bass. It might be a good option to get a pit in here, and you will gain back up to Rakes in no time. As James Petty gets a 5-second time penalty for crossing the pit lane line. Avocado's coming into the pits. Is Rakes gonna? No, Rakes is gonna stay out. Marshall's gonna come into the pits. I'm not sure that was the best idea by Rakes, because now the delta's gonna be back up and all the cars are gonna catch back up when he goes into the pit lane. Keep in mind, Rakes still needs to pit. He's the only driver on track that has not pitted yet. He's on the soft, so he's gonna be hoping to go at least 15-16 laps on these. As Marshall has jumped Avocado in the pit lane there. But that does come at a price. He has kept the wing damage. So that is a risky move by him, but we'll see how that plays out towards the end, as Avocado should in theory have more pace than him. But my question is, when is Rakes going to go in for his pit stop? Because he has been out on these tyres for all 12 laps. He has not got a pit stop in, but this has been a great race by Marshall and Dave so far, both gaining 6 positions from the start. Very Unfortunate race for Storm and Mr. Zarata. Storm losing 5 positions with the DNF, and Mr. Zarata losing 3 positions. James Petty, another 3-second time penalty there. That's not going to be good towards the end of the race. However, he is P8 currently, but he is not too far away from the safety car. He might be able to catch it up. Now, is Rakes going to pit? Yes. No, he's not. He's going to stay out. Very risky by Rakes. He's going to need another safety car to get a safe pit stop, as Marshall and Avocado both on very fresh softs compared to his 13-lap old softs. So we'll see how this matches up for him. However, he does have no wing damage. Marshall does have wing damage, so we'll see how that goes. Crispy behind Dave. Dave, if he finishes anywhere, if he just finishes, he has gained positions or not lost positions. So it's been a great race by him. Just by not DNFing at Monaco, you get a really good race out of it. One of the hardest tracks on the calendar, no doubt about it. The other one that people might be excited about is Baku. However, that is not in the F2 season. It is in the F1 season though. We should be coming to that track in not too long. So I will definitely recommend you joining the Discord server to go and watch the F1 streams. They are on Twitch, commentated by NayXJO. James Petty did DNF. Very unfortunate by him, especially under a safety car. Right, Bass is going to catch the rest of the pack, luckily. However, I think they're off for it. Now, the safety car is going one more lap, it looks like. Let's hope no one can pick up any 5-second penalties here. We do know Marshall has sat his 5-second. So a bit more about the league here. The league we racing is Thermal Formula 1. Each driver here has a team manager. If they DNF on Saturday, they will be charged 1 million in-game currency. That currency is used to buy drivers and sell drivers. Your goal is to get the best team as a manager and hopefully be the best driver you possibly can to get your market value up there. If you're good enough from F2, you will be promoted to F1. However, we will not find that out until the end of the F2 season. There are 6 races in the F2 season, so it should be quite good. Now get those races up for us now. So we've already had the race at Bahrain. Sadly, the stream did get corrupted, so we do not have footage of that race. It's 5-second time penalty for Crispy Hang there. Very unfortunate by him. Safety car is coming in this lap, so I'll run through the races really quickly. Number 1 is going to be Bahrain. Number 2 is Monaco, where we are now. Next week is going to be France. Week after is going to be Austria. Then we have Britain, and then we finish just like F1 on Abu Dhabi. Alright, so we're all getting ready for this safety car restart now. Avocado trying to get side on with Marshall as much as possible as Rates. Is he going to go for it now? He's going to keep his pace. And here we go, safety car restart. Great by Marshall. Rates does push him against the wall there. Some heavy defending by Rates, but it was still yellow flagged. As here comes Avocado around the outside. Rates is trying to slow Marshall down, it looks like. Trying to let his teammate get past. However, some risky moves. Avocado trying to send it down the inside there. Didn't work well as he does. Okay. Avocado, that was very questionable lap, but every car is lagging everywhere now. So Avocado does retire from the session. That has ruined Marshall's race there. Very silly play there, shouldn't have done that. As Rakes looks like he will be going to win this race if he did have a pit stop, which he still has not done. So in theory he is P6. Andres P1, Dave P3, Marshall P4. Crispy having an okay race there. I'm not surprised Marshall's getting time penalties now. He is missing a huge amount of his front wing. I'm sure the race officials will have something to say about what Avocado did there. There was no need for that. As Bass and Andrus come into the pits. Not the best race for our championship leader at the moment in the dams. Yeah, not the best race for him at all. Marshall keeping up with Dave, even with this very severely broken wing. Can he get the overtake? He's off around the outside for turn 5. Nothing going to be able to come of that. Trying to get the better exit. Coming down to turn 6. He's not going to try and make a move there. Very smart by him. Dave takes it a bit wide. Marshall on the end of his gearbox here. Can he make something happen as he does get a better exit heading into tunnel? He's going to try and get the slipstream from Dave as he's off down the inside. No, it's not going to look like it's going to happen. He's losing all that downforce thanks to that front wing damage there. Very unfortunate by him. Crispy, however, still losing time as he does have severe wing damage as well. This could play into Bass and Andrus' hands here, as most drivers on the grid do have severe wing damage or do need to pit stop, and here comes Rakes for his stop now. So he's going to be going on to the super softs. He's not going to be changing his wing, so it should be a relatively quick pit stop. It does look like he's going to get out in front of Bass and Andrus. Marshall is P1 currently, but does have time penalties to his name, as Dave is going to be trying to take back P1 from him. Going into sector 1, ending sector 1, as Dave does go down the inside. Marshall does collide with him there. And great overtake by Dave there, leaving him Marshall plenty of space. As Marshall is going to retire the car, it looks like. Crispy is going to be chasing down Dave now. Keep in mind, Crispy's wing damage is massive, so we should maybe see this win for Dave. So the gaps are starting to form with the drivers now. Crispy might as well go into the pits and try and set the fastest lap of the race. I would say that's his best bet. He's not going to catch Dave with that amount of wing damage. Never mind, I will shut my mouth, as he does get a way better exit than Dave there, gaining a second down the main straight. Can he get something done? He is within 400th of a second of Dave. Can he make something happen? Doesn't look like it yet, but can he get a better exit than Dave? Yes, he does. Heading down into turn 5 now. Can he get a better exit for turn 6? We don't see many attempts of overtakes at turn 6. He's not going to try it here. Wise choice by him. So far, Dave is going to hold position as Crispy is starting to drop off again. But he is in DRS range currently. Rakes, P3 currently. Bass closely following, but not as close as Andrus is to him. And here comes Crispy gaining on Dave, but he's going to have to go super slow through these chicanes. Just because of all his wing damage, this is where Dave's going to gain his time. But he's going to be within DRS range. It's going to be all based on this exit again. Can he get a better exit than Dave? It looks like he can, but is it good enough? No, it is not. He's not going to be able to make a move into turn 1 here. However, he is catching up to Dave very quickly, even with that wing damage. Fair play to Crispy there. Rake 16 seconds behind. It's safe to say he is no longer fighting P1 and P2, but there could be a collision between these two cars. That could leave an opening for Rakes, as Bass Branch gets the next fastest lap with a 122.308. Another great lap by him. Broski Dave still keeping P1. Compared to his free practice 2, he is doing amazing today. Very sad to see two of our main competitors retire though, Marshall and Avocado. Right, so the gaps are starting to form as Crispy is 5 seconds behind Dave. Does not look like he's going to be able to catch him as we're on the penultimate lap of the race here. It doesn't look like we're going to see any more overtakes, but it looks like penalties may play a big part in this race. Branch has caught up massively to Rakes, but it's not going to be enough. Dave, an absolutely commanding race from him. Finished P1 or not, he is definitely my driver of the day, gaining 9 positions and getting on that podium. You should be on the podium no matter what, but we'll see what happens. Rakes still trying to catch up to Crispy. Doesn't look like it's going to be happening, but Bass really close to Rakes now. He's been gaining on Rakes for quite a few laps now. Has Rakes got wing damage? No, he does not. He must have pitted, and Bass is trying to use every bit of his track to try and catch up, as Crispy does get a 3-second time penalty. This is not good because I believe Rakes is almost clean for penalties. We will go and check that now whilst we have gaps between the cars. Rakes has sat his 5-second penalty, so he will only have a 3-second time penalty, whereas Crispy does have a 5-second penalty plus another 3-second. As Dave, oh, he does have 5 seconds, but not as much as Crispy, so if he can keep this distance, he will be fine and he will win this race. I am almost sure Bass is clean, but I'm not 100%. I know Andrus isn't clean. I don't believe any of these drivers have had a clean race today. So we'll just have a look at Bass Branch now. Has got a 5-second time penalty, did sit that. So Bass is clean. Bass has sat all his penalties. He's not going to be close enough to Rakes, but he might be close enough to Crispy to take his position. It's all about this final lap of the race, so we'll see what happens. As Dave coming to the finish now, he just needs to keep a cool head as he does take that turn really wide there as we head into the final turn. And we're heading towards the finish of the Monaco Grand Prix. As you can see, he is celebrating going down the track there, and that's P1. Crispy P2. Rakes P3. Bass takes rakes his position into P3 there. Great race by Bass as well. Unlucky by Rakes, losing 3 positions from the start. Driver of the day has got to be Dave there. Absolutely commanding performance all through that race. Yeah, there he is. Well played to him. Great race from him. Absolutely flawless. Started P10, gained 9 positions up into P1. Absolutely amazing race for him. Could this be a repeat on Saturday? That is tomorrow, same time, 9 PM. It's going to be a short qualifying, a 50% race, and a 50% sprint. So we will see how this goes. Alright, so very unlucky for some drivers. There's a lot of penalties handed out today, but hopefully some more practice before tomorrow's race. So 24 hours time, less than that now. It's going to be 22 hours until tomorrow's race. Hope to see you all there. And that's it for the Thermal Formula 1 League. Thanks for watching. I've been your host, Finn RTL, and I'll see you guys in the next video.